47's try now. Halls of Agony. This is agonizing, alright? Okay, I killed the spawn point already anyway. Let's use this to build kills. I mean, with the RNG that I'm getting keystones today feels a little bit better to try a few more times than yesterday. But this floor is not going very well already. I mean, people leave this floor, obviously. There's only a few cases to play this floor. Is that big open space, and if you get like a double elite blues with um, like, okay, so I got yellow, so that's bad. Um, as I was saying, you need that spot with an open floor plan, and if it breaks the UI, then it's good enough. So Halls of Agony can be played, but only if you get the center robot face, as people say, right? The robot face, and that it's enough to break your UI in the way that I got the broken UI just now. Then it's an okay Halls of Agony, but otherwise it's mostly bad. I'm just using this a bit to get the kills. I think this is about done anyway, this spot. I don't know where I want to go because I already lost too much time. Really? How did I get a 5% pylon? I don't know how. I wasn't expecting the pylon, by the way. What? So this is over because I have to work so hard for the next one. So this means that the next floor has to be like a UI breaking floor to give me a double ring of fire that can kill stuff. Or else I can't get my next pylon anyway. Because this first pylon, this early pylon popped up already. So I'm building kills here for the next floor to be a crazy, like, double ring of fire play or something. Because otherwise this is over. Okay. So what's the follow-up? Nope. I mean, it's one blue, but this is not it. This is not it. I will lose too much time already had I mean, I built the kills, so it's not that. I just needed something faster. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. I will try my best to make the biggest floor of my life. But this is like a break-even play. If it works. If it works. If it works. Wait. Ah, shit. There's a sand dweller here. This is over. There's a sand dweller in there. This is bad. There's a sand dweller in here. There's a few sand dwellers in here. Come on. Let me kill something. Is there gonna be any kills? I don't think so. I think this is way too much for nothing. Yeah, there wasn't enough. That sand dweller. That was a sand dweller. This is a sand dweller. Yep, I killed. I took out. I got reflected. Sad. I tried this. I tried to play this because I needed double ring of fires and I couldn't get them. Like, had I gotten a double ring of fire here, there's a chance. But nope, no chance. I needed exactly double ring of fire and then spawn a conduit or a shield. Preferably a shield. I mean, I had the game plan, but it was just not it. That was a little bit... I mean, I did skip the keeps. You know, like, how else? How else do you want me to play that? Floor 1... I mean, I could have played a Hall of Agony faster. 5% power pylon. Floor 2 keeps skipped into Fields of Misery with 97 kills, but it was too hot. And there are like 2 Sand Dwellers from the night-ish mob set. Like, so the Sand Dwellers, I don't even know if they were minions, but I'm pretty sure it was the night-ish setup to where you get like random Sand Dwellers that pop up, and like the Sand Dweller was also the issue that I didn't want to play to center in the whole thick of like that whole mess. And then in that whole mess, there wasn't even enough like minions. There wasn't enough density at all for the second ring of fire anyway. But I have no time to pull more because I might kill a pylon spawn point that I need to be a central pylon spawn point next. So the only way I could do it is if I can kill like at least a blue, which I almost did, but I couldn't take down enough anyway to get the progress back. Where I need a shield or a conduit. Shield would have been like nicer against the Sand Dweller. But the conduit would have been perfect. To just randomly kill things, considering if I don't rip from a Sand Dweller, reflect. And then just now, I just randomly died from a Sand Dweller reflect anyway, because I overstayed. So yeah, that's just how it goes. 47 try that was, so this is 48. Okay. Pandemonium with a starting blue double bridge that I can't do anything with. This is a small Pandemonium, I think, probably, right? Is it a small one or is it a hard, like a weird one? So there's some blues and some yellow elites, but I can't do very much with it. Like, this floor would have been okay for like like after I built the Ring of Fire, but I can't play this floor with no. Okay. This is a super hot battlefield. I mean, I did skip the pandemonium faster this time, so you can't say I don't skip faster. This is too hot. This battlefield is too hot. And this battlefield I had to pull and kite like everything. Or like I have to kill everything like right away while kiting the elites. So I skipped that pandemonium like pretty fast. So then I got to see this battlefield, right? An open map. It's still not a good battlefield, but when we want open maps, this is a floor 2 check. Okay, got most of that hurt stuff. Got a yellow elite also. This is really painful. I wish it was double blue, but that's a blue shielding anyway. So this problem here is that now I wonder how early my first pylon is. Like, can I get the lucky early pylon? Because in this situation, an early pylon actually works. So now the game is gonna be like not gonna give me the early pylon when last rift I got a 5% power that I wasn't expecting. And now I need an early pylon. I don't think I'll get one. Because I remember in I think it was like season 34 when I was pushing the UE, I got a battlefield like this, and then I got a 7% I think 7% power pylon or something for like 4 elites. Something like that. It was an early 7% pylon. I don't remember what the pylon was anymore, but I got a 7% pylon. So this is an illusionist, so that helps a little. Okay, so now I need another. I need a blue. Okay, I see a blue. I need this. This is gonna get really painful. And I don't know where's the main yellow person at. Hug. Yeah, I didn't kill enough. But did I get an early pylon help? Anything help? I'm, I think my timer is too far. I mean, I really wish that my like progress bar wasn't like this, because I know what I was gonna do for this rift. I was gonna have to pull and kite the whole way. That was my game plan. As soon as I saw this floor, I was gonna pull and kite the whole floor. I want to see my pylon. I just want to work towards the pylon and then get out. I don't know. I don't know if I'm too late already on the pylon, but I'll just dish it out. Because this is an illusionist. Like, I'm using the illusionist as my ring of fire. And this ring of fire is taking so long to pop up. I killed the blue finally. Almost manually, too. Field. Field pylon. I mean, I wasn't dying. I wasn't dying. Okay. There's one blue. Yeah, this is over. I needed that to be, like, much sooner. Like an early pylon. I like how there's so many illusionists, though. That's cool. I mean, had I been, had I been able to play properly, like, the way that I planned it, like, this illusionist was, like, super ideal. Like, I cannot even, like, plan it any better. Because in order to get the Ring of Fires on this floor, it had to be, like, 1 or 2 illusionist RNG inclusive. And it turned out that way. The only problem was I'm behind so much time that it's worthless. But, like, it was in the books. Because I was gonna kite, like, the elites. If they were, like, more able to be, like, followed. Now, that was the blind. But I still hug. What is the next floor? Anyway. Wow. Wow. So I needed a lot of paragons. This would have been a clear. If I had 300 paragons ahead like this would have been a clear. Because this floor says it all. This floor says it all. This floor is doable. Now, had I skipped that battlefield? No. Like, I would have lost time. Either way. But this floor is the one. If you have enough paragons, you can do this. This floor is doable with the paragons. Because you can spawn the pylon on this floor, and if it's a conduit or the shield, it would have been fine. So if you had paragons, you would probably like kill as much as you could in that battlefield, and then move on to here. You would be probably like behind by like a minute and 30 seconds anyway, and then you can still kill this floor with like a ring of fire, and then get like a potential conduit follow-up. That charger bull just like smacked me. And there's not enough blue elites in here. And then there's wormholes that would kill the play. Not only talking about the arcane beams. This floor is like so much like density. Yeah, I couldn't stay in the arcane anyways. Yep. This was rough. That's a rough one. That one needed paragons for sure. Alright. That's the 48th try. Floor 1 pandemonium skip into floor 2 battlefield of eternity. What was the mob type again? Ah, jeez. Oh yeah, Moon Clan impalers. Into floor 3 graveyard, but it was too late. It was like a 31% shield pylon with like 3 minutes behind. The graveyard is medium spiders, which is nice. Medium spiders and summoners. So like that graveyard would have been nice. It was just tough to like play like the beginning of it. 49. Okay, speaking of graveyard. Okay, this is a super hot graveyard. This can break UI. This can break the UI. If it's double this, it can break the UI. There's a blue in here. Ah, charger. This charger is... These two chargers are gonna be, like... Gonna be really annoying. 61 kills. These, like, excess chargers are gonna be, like, super frustrating. Like, they're, like, everywhere in different directions now. 71. Where are the elites? I can't waste more space. I mean, I probably have to. Where are the other elites? Okay, a slider isn't gonna help anything. Okay. Alright. It's decent. But I think I have to manually do this one. Yep. Okay, 24%. Okay. No help so far. Okay. Where are the elites at? I need elites. Okay. Did I just engage 2? Or 1? I see 2, but on the lists. But where are they? Okay. Okay. Sliding slider slid out again. Okay, 40%. Exits. Come on, game. Give me a chance, man. This is just really... This game is just not... Okay, I killed a blue. This game is just not giving me a chance. Oh god. And then they give me spinners too. Like, are you kidding me? Okay, I don't know what else to do.
We must await the order. I'm still waiting.
And if there wasn't any spinners, I mean, I could have not clicked the speed pylon at all, honestly.
We need more time. That was just a taste. I'm still waiting. We need more time. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
Do I have 12?
Not ready yet.
Okay.
Darkness awaits you. We need more time. Not ready yet.
Really? I didn't kill it?
We need more time.
Okay. Conduit. Do I have enough here, though?
I'm still
This looks
waiting.
not enough. And then I have to leave the floor, which is kind of bad.
Not ready yet. Please, you filth! We need more time. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. Darkness awaits you!
Okay.
We need more time. How satisfying.
The Rift Guardian is
Okay.
I'm still waiting. We need more time. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting. We need more time. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
Oh, come on. This ring is so far away.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. We need more time.
jeez. Lame double attack.
I'm still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
149 down. I played that graveyard, I think, as best I can play. I think that graveyard was crazy. A non-Oryx 149 1325 is not bad without power. Thank you, thank you. You knew it would happen tonight? Well, yeah, and thanks for the luck, Carl, for staying and lurking. I really appreciate it. And the raid, obviously. I think if I didn't lose count, it was 49, right? Something like that. 49th stride or something. I mean, I have to go back and count gradually, but I think it was 49. Oof.
Let's see what we can do.
No rips. I nearly ripped because of the spinner ads from the speed pylon, was it? Or, yeah, from the speed pylon. Alright, here we go. Let's get the upgrades. Come on. Yes! My own ranked 150 gem. Without using a separate, by the way, without using a separate, yeah, like separate build. Yes! Come on! Come on! If this can go 150, my own 150 has a chance. Oh, I should have just clicked right away. Okay! Yes! Two 150 gems! That's good! Two 150 gems. That's gonna help. That is gonna help. Yeah, that's gonna help a lot. The Taeguk 146 is too far. It's too far. I'm not gonna bother with that one. That is really helpful. I mean, that's as helpful as it can get. I mean, that's what you want, right? If you get a wall on a build that you're playing, you want the 150 to help you at some point. Um, so this is awesome. This is awesome. I saw the channeling pylon. I was like, well, I knew I had the time. I just needed to not get stalled at the last few percents, and I was a little worried. I mean, I had such a time lead. Don't get me wrong. I had to play that graveyard like insanely. I had to keep my like keep my calm because in that graveyard, by the way, um, it was medium spiders and summoners, right? But I had to keep my calm because I didn't want to over reveal my map. Like I revealed here, which is fine because this is too far. Because if I have to pull stuff, like if I had to like run back and forth, it would have been too far. So at the 24%, I was a little worried, but I wanted to kill the pylon spawn point if it's not like an early first pylon anyway. And then I was like, well, after the Ring of Fire is here, I didn't have enough elite packs with me, and I was getting worried like where I have to go because I still had so much stuff that were hurt around here. And then as I moved them, right, as I moved them, I actually killed them with a second or third Ring of Fire or something, which is ridiculous. And then I saw the speed pylon. I had so many hurt stuff around. I spawned spinners. I was like, oh no, how am I gonna get the next Ring of Fire safely where the spinners might spin on me? And then somehow, luckily, I found enough like monsters, and I dodged like as many spinners as I could. I wasn't even paying attention to the spinners, by the way. I just like traveled around however I thought I could get kills. I wasn't really paying attention to where the spinners were spinning at all. So I actually got very lucky, like dodging that whole thing for like a minute and a half, by the way, around that. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do if this Ring of Fire doesn't get rid of enough stuff? Then I need to pray for my next pylon um, without me going too far, without anything to play. And so as soon as I saw the conduit, I was like, wait a second, how much progress have I made throughout this whole thing? Because I kept pulling and kiting everything as though I was playing a Battlefield, right? Like a Battlefield Eternity map or something like that, or Stinging Winds or something. I was pulling everything together. Well, dragging them as I played. And then I saw the conduit. I was like, well, if I can get the conduit, I looked at the map. I was like, okay, the conduit is really far from the door, right? So I had to make sure that if I grab the conduit early, I have to like direct and beeline myself as fast as I can just to steal progression, right? Regardless. So then I was like, okay, I had enough. I apparently had some hurt monster somewhere around here as well that stayed here when I had the conduit. I didn't realize that I had a second, like a remaining yellow elite that was hurt or something. So I actually on the way took it out. So it bought me an extra like the percent that I didn't realize. And then I saw my progress bar. I was like, okay, so I don't need power anymore. I just need a Rift Guardian that doesn't stall me and not my arch nemesis. And then as soon as I saw the channeling, I was like, whatever. I could have grabbed it and played it before spawning, but I was like, I don't want to risk anything happening, whether it's like spinners again or something like that. I just didn't want that time waste anymore because I know I had to take forever for a Rift Guardian fight. So I don't want anything to tilt me anymore. And then I said, no, no thank you. No thank you to the speed pylon. I'll just play without you. I don't want to press buttons any faster, right? Because the channeling pylon would make your fan of knives go crazy. And by the way, I'm playing on a 10 key less keyboard, right? TKL keyboard. So I don't actually do anything in particular. So, and I was failing on my wolf companion like every now and then. I believe in my skill bar when you're watching, I failed a bit of the wolf companion, so I dropped off the 12.5% every so often during that spinner fight. I think I pressed my potion a little late on several instances as well. So I lost like some little bits and pieces here and there already. So I didn't want to press the channeling pylon to delay my last like, whether it's 3% or 1%. I just didn't want it to tilt me like ever. I just want to concentrate on whatever Rift Guardian I was gonna get, and then obviously I lost. I got hit once or twice, by the Rift Guardian. Even though she was really easy to dodge, I got hit still. So, I mean, I didn't play it perfectly. My skill bar wasn't perfect either. So, I mean, it's whatever. I got it done. I'm really happy though. Because today, like I stayed a little longer because today the rifts were pretty analytical for me. I actually enjoy like um taking the time after each rift or in between the rift to talk about what I'm thinking, right? And I like that. I actually enjoy that. Like that's one thing that I like. I mean, I'm probably like educationally like an educational approach to things, which is the whole point of like not necessarily like fishing, although I should be fishing, and a lot of people have talked about this, like in terms of like at this point, when I'm struggling so much and I'm lacking paragons, I should be doing that. But I find the educational value for myself included, uh, to know and improve on my own gameplay. And in that graveyard, I feel like I bring together some of my own kind of like teachings and in terms of mapping like your game plan, um and then have a backup. But of course, that backup was kind of like fell short when I saw the spinner ads because I clicked the speed pylon thinking that I was going to gain damage from, you know, just shooting faster, right? But then it backfired. So I was like really worried at that point, because I needed more Ring of Fires. And to stay inside that field, well, not Fields of Misery, but inside that like potential upcoming Ring of Fire was even more dangerous. Even though spinners are weak in health, you still don't want to get spun on. So it's more so that without fishing, how you're gonna approach this kind of play anyway. Because remember, fishing is one part. You still have to play it right. So if you get an Auric stream, let's say, you still have to play the Auric stream correctly. Whether it's to check multiple floors first, or do you like ruin it by overstaying one floor and then only realize it too late later, and then it's over, right? Which is what happens to me a lot when I'm analyzing like what is the lost time. I mean, my estimate is just an estimate, right? Every now and then I say I lost 20 seconds here, 30 seconds there, 1 minute there, whatever, right? In my analysis, is the point is that it's the same thing when you get a fishing oryx, like how much time lost you're gonna need to make up for if you play the oryx floors like not perfectly or totally wrong, because first of all, you don't know what the next floor is. And second of all, how many floors do you go down to check until you're satisfied, right? Because you either wasted too much time already in the beginning, or you didn't feel like floor one was a thing, so you left it anyway. So then, what is your fishing mindset and the game plan initially already? Like, when I talk about game plan, is kind of like chess. Those game masters, right, are so powerful, and uh like their game knowledge is to map out all the moves, right, on every single different board, right? So this is the analytical part that I actually enjoy is that I normally have a game plan in my head already. Now, I don't have the whole keystone mapped out. No, I'm not saying that. But I usually have a specific idea of how I want to play it already. And then it's only the pylons that would tilt me or motivate me. And then if you have a game plan, you play into the game plan. When you ask for the pylon, if it popped up, you have to play it right, because then it matches up to the game plan. You know, it's just like programming, right? You have you have or like multiple choice. Basically, option A or direction A, what do you do? Direction B, what do you do? Direction C, what do you do? So, or plan A, B, C. So you have to have different plans for different pylons, right? It's unfortunate that I got speed pylon, but then what do I do? Like, I was thinking to take the speed and skip, but that wasn't the play because I still had hurt elites. So I had to just keep playing because that floor was a floor that could actually build the kill streaks, the 100 kills for Ring of Fire. So I had to stay. I can't use the speed that I normally would run and gun for the next floor with a speed pylon. And if it's spinners, I usually move away. But because I have Ring of Fire potentials, I had to stay. So you have to like map out what is your plan B in certain situations and then make sure you don't like fall short. So for me, I got super lucky. I got so lucky with not getting, I think, cheat death proc from any of the spinners. I don't remember whether I got cheat death proc or not. But basically, I usually play worse when I get a cheat death proc. So even with the follower cheat death, as long as I like don't get a cheat death proc, I'm not nervous. Like I play super well when I don't have a cheat death proc. And so this was the 49th or so try from 37 try today. So 37th through 49th. So it's like not that many. But I really
I have lost
like
control.
really felt that I got lucky today. The risks were um quite good to analyze, so I felt good. And then the other thing is the Paragon range. The Paragon range was 2500 that I lacked previously, right? Like yesterday, for example, the risks were bad and I was under 2500. 2500 is where it begins to be easier for 149 anyway. And then the 150 begins from this range, um, depending on how lucky you are. Um, and so this next portion is also really good. Now that I'm uh actually unlocked my 150, right? I unlocked my 150. I don't know if you saw that I couldn't scroll up from the 149 when I was choosing my riff tier number. So this is actually my unlock 150 myself as well. Um and so this Paragon range starts the 150 as well, and we will see how many I get. And I got very lucky with my gems. I've been consistently ranking them as I push. Every success push, I got, you know, at least two upgrades each time, out of four tries or so, out of the four clicks. So I got the my simplicity strength to 150 just now from 149, and my trap was 148, and I got the two. I failed once on the trap, So, but I got lucky right after. So with two 150s and a 146, I'm a little closer to being like on par with the 150 damage output per screen. And then also in terms of what other people have been doing, right? The Taeguk really doesn't matter too much because some people actually I think take out the Taeguk for Stricken. So the Taeguk is as close as it can get, marginally speaking. 150 would have been great, but uh I'm too far. Like the 149 clicks to get the Taeguk to catch up is too far. So I tried to get the simplicity to the exact 100% damage rather, as well as the trapped, where I can use the trap for like, most DPS builds anyways. So I try to take advantage of uh the closeness of my gems to the push tier number and just get it done. And I got lucky with the upgrades. So yeah, I once again I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for the hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't want to take too much more of the time, but I'm really happy and I just want to do some explaining and also take my time to just explain rather than go log off right away. I just want to explain like uh it's been really fun to get up to the 150 journey. It's not my first time to reach 149 though. The ethereal season I've pushed all the way to 149 without fishing as well. But ethereal season has such an easier time because of the Bariza weapon being very strong, one of the strongest weapons of the ethereal season. So this is my second like ever God DH 149. In that same season 32, I didn't bother with 150 because I was busy coaching someone and just watching his, and he also spent like 3,000 keys, 3,000 over the keys over 2.5 over like 2 weeks to get the his 150. So and Ethereal season is like as close to this season in terms of difficulty, if not easier. So even with that 150, I felt like um I could do it, but then it would be quite annoying for me to keep quote unquote bragging if I got that within 1,000 keys versus somebody else spending 3,000 keys. So I didn't really like want to do that, you know? So I legit pushed up to 149 without fishing. 93 tries, I think it was. Um, so it's almost double this amount. But I've learned quite a bit, uh, especially from last season playing the GR effects. So then my Ring of Fire gameplay improved. Um, and that helped a lot. And that's how I find that I don't need to fish until I actually need to fish. I'll go ahead and ID my items though. So anyway, for those that are about to go to bed or it's already probably like super late, thank you for watching. I just want to ID the items real quick. So in the highlight later, I will be chopping this middle section part where I was talking too much before the identifying the items. I will cut this part out and just ID the items and show the ID of items. Um, but otherwise, uh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for staying. It's late. Have thank you everyone, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you once again for the raid. Thank you everyone for lurking. The lurking energy was great, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Thanks. Hurt. Thank you. Have a good one. It's too late. I'm not gonna raid anyone. You guys can go anywhere if you still want to watch people. Thank you. Have a good night. Good day.